Gro míle mai agat Concólia agus tá achas orm an seans a bheith agam con Lordshire an rún táhachtach seo. Mar a deireadh is rún táhachtach atá faoi bhráid an tionól inniu, mar go mbaineann sé le cearta táhachtacha do dhaoine. Agus sílim go bhfuil cothramas éirithe in sa rún seo, in sa bhéidir go naithníonn sé cearta an lucht creideamh agus cearta na naoine sin atá ag géalamh a gceart. So thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to speak here today, and I thank those who brought this motion forward to the House. I think it's a balanced motion insofar as it seeks to uphold the rights of all concerned. And I would like to pay tribute to the late P.A. McLaughlin, a member of the SDLP who was a pioneering crusader for LGBT rights here in Northern Ireland. Yes, this is a debate about rights and about equal rights. It's also a debate about freedom, freedom from discrimination, freedom from stigmatisation. It's about legal protections, responsibilities, the rights, obligations and benefits afforded by the legal institution of marriage. But, Mr. Speaker, it is also... Yes.
The members referred to the fact that it's in relation to rights, and would he agree with me it might be worthwhile reflecting on a number of those rights that we're talking about today, and just to highlight one or two of them. The right to time off work to care for a spouse, the right to be considered next of kin for emergency medical decisions, and maybe just one more among a range of others. Unmarried surviving partners do not automatically inherit property should their loved one die without a will. These are the types of rights that we're talking about in this debate. Would the member agree?
Yeah, I thank the member for that intervention, and I do agree, and there are further rights that the member could have mentioned. Yes, it is a debate, as I said, about rights, but it's also a debate about real people. It's about sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, uncles and aunts. It's about people who want to live in a loving, secure, stable and permanent relationship protected by the legal institution of marriage. It's about parents who want to see their children in a loving, secure, stable, permanent relationship protected by the legal institution of marriage. About parents who do not want to see their children marginalised, stigmatised or wondering what the future may hold for them. Their love for each other and their commitment to their relationship should be afforded the very same protections and benefits that the rest of us derive from marriage. In this case, it refers to civil marriage. The LGBT community, as I said before in this House, is not asking for more, as some would suggest. It is simply asking for the same, extending the rights to those who are denied them. That should not be seen as a threat to anyone, or to those who already have those rights, or to their faith, or belief, or their right to hold a different view. The motion makes a clear distinction between the civil and religious aspects of the issue. It states that all couples, regardless of gender or sexual orientation, should have the same entitlement to marry. But it also states that religious institutions ought to continue to have the right to define, observe and practice marriage according to their beliefs. And the SDLP would be in favour, strongly in favour, of that right also being enshrined in legislation, so that there is absolutely no doubt about the question. Yes.
Thank the member for giving me, but will he not recognise that in a recent case in relation to the Tony Barlow case, those parents, in terms of the first surrogate parents, said this: I want to go into my church and marry my husband. The only way forward for us now is to make a challenge in the courts against the church. That is where this is going to lead.
If the member had been listening to me, I said that the rights of churches and faith communities should be enshrined in legislation. So there is no desire for any religious denomination or any celebrant to be compelled to perform same-sex marriage ceremonies against their beliefs or their faith. As I said, the SDLP strongly believes that that should be the case, and the motion, I think, indicates that. Those who propose equal marriage in Northern Ireland are also committed to the protection of the rights of religious denominations and celebrants who do not wish to conduct same-sex weddings. The motion recognises that the state does not have any role in dictating to religious groups which ceremonies they can and cannot conduct. Mr. Speaker, I support the motion. I realise there is a petition of concern, but I think that eventually this motion will prevail.
Danny Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy.